Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. Cannabis Capital Markets Conference here in Frankfurt, still going on. And now with me here is a company called CannTrust. And Brad Rogers, the president, will give us an insight into his terrific company. Welcome.
Thank you very much for having me.
Yeah, great to have you here, Brad. And we are now in the late afternoon, honestly. And I think you are my 9th interview partner today, which is... No, I'm not never tired of doing that. For sure not. But really interesting because your company looks to me a little bit more different than the other ones I interviewed so far. Maybe you can give us in 3-4 sentences a short overview and then we dive into it.
Yeah, we're a pharmaceutically driven company. We have standardized cannabis from every form, so dry, oil, all the dose forms that we're presenting right now and all the future dose forms. And so that differentiates us significantly. And so we're standardized across all product lines. And we've got label claim on everything. And so we've taken the Canadian market. We're 35% of the Canadian market right now.
That's your share in the market?
Correct, yeah. So we're getting 35% of all incoming patients right now into the Canadian market. So that's we've got a significant share of doctors' minds right now.
That's important.
And 70% of what we sell right now is our extract oil. And so when you're looking at it medicinally, it's a true medicinal with respect to what people are using it for from the CannTrust medical line. But we also operate in 2 other verticals, recreational. Welcome to end of prohibition.
October.
Yes, exactly. Yeah, absolutely. Happy day in Canada. Yeah. So everyone's smiling in Canada. And we're also operating in one more vertical, which is the companion pet market. So your dogs and your cats. And so that's a $5 billion market in Canada right now.
And honestly, I couldn't believe when I saw it in your presentation, but we come to that in a second, I would call it. Let's start with your medical pharmaceutical business, because I think this is a lovely market aside of the recreational, of course, because there you have really people who need treatment, who have illnesses, diseases. So what is, let's say, what are your brands? What is your major selling brand? And how do you distribute aside, let's say, from doctors, from pharmacies, etc.?
So our brand is CannTrust. That's our medical brand. So the banner of the company is the medical brand right now, as a matter of fact. So we have got many dose forms. We've got our dry bud, our oils, and our vegan capsules, as a matter of fact. So yeah, exactly. And so vegan's great because it addresses religious issues and millennial issues that they don't like to have in gelatin-based or animal-based products. And so that's and again, we're standardized across all of our lines. We have a label claim on it. And when you look at the global opportunity, there's $180 billion is projected to be the cannabis market in the world. And so anytime a country formulates regulation, it typically starts on the medical side. And so CannTrust is well positioned on the medical side because of our standardization, because of our accuracy. So we're very, very well known in Canada. And again, we've got mind share with the doctors. And that gives us a competitive advantage going into all these world markets around the world that are creating regulation around cannabis.
Fantastic. So what was the revenue in, let's say, or let's put it that way, what revenue do you assume for 2018? We are now in the 4th quarter already, but maybe you can give us already a little bit of an estimate and also profit margins, because you must make money.
So yeah, absolutely. and so it's CannTrust is somewhere in and around. We did 20 million last year. We're doing approximately our run rate right now is $1 million a week, and so that's just in Canada.
Nice.
All right. So that's just the Canadian market. And so when you look at EBITDA, somewhere in and around 30 points on EBITDA on the medical side, and then of course we're shipping recreational and soon to be pets as well. So margins on the recreational side are a little less because it's there's a distributor in there, and there's some other retail factors in there, of course.
Some more mouses have to be fed.
Yes, exactly. More mouths have to be fed, absolutely. And so that's different from our B2C line. So medical in Canada is direct to customer, and so I ship it directly to your door. And so that's a differentiator in Canada. So it's a 100-cent dollar between you and I, which is why it's more profitable for the CannTrust side. And we just hit the $1.5 billion market cap So we're our
So
stock
not a small company.
So not a small company, but we've got some room to grow. We've got lots of room to grow. And so when you look at our technology, we've got nanotechnology coming.
Wow.
And so we've got a zero taste, 0 calorie ingredient for a beverage. And so when you want to build a beverage around cannabis, we've got a great base ingredient, and very different from everybody else in the market right now, and it's a competitive advantage as well. So we're excited about
Fantastic.
that.
And I think I also saw in your presentation 2 more competitive advantages, because I didn't find it in any other presentation. First of all, brew buds.
Yes.
You want to talk about that?
Yes,
Because
absolutely.
it's beverages.
That's amazing.
And
Yes.
pets.
Yes.
Because I saw a dog and a lovely cat on your presentation, and I thought, do they smoke the stuff, or what they are doing?
No. Again, so the brew buds is our it stratifies both channels. It stratifies recreational and medicinal, and so it's a single serve brewer technology where it's Keurig, Nespresso, Tassimo with a dosed measured cannabis dose. So it's 10, 25, and 50 milligrams per serving. And so when you think about every day you're using cannabis for whatever you're using it for, recreationally or medicinally.
Yeah.
So you can actually just use that every day in a coffee or tea or hot chocolate. And so that's very exciting for us.
But what does it mean, let's say, for somebody who is not too deep into the knowledge? Like, does it mean I go to whatever? I don't want to say Starbucks, of course,
Sure.
because that would be lovely for you guys.
Yes.
But because of the mass production here. No, but the point is, to me, if I drink a coffee and then I have cannabis inside, but I will feel much better, but I'm not getting high, right?
That's right. So it depends on what the input is. So we have THC, CBD, and 1-to-1.
Yeah.
And so when you look at the opportunity for us to actually get medicine into your body in a vehicle that you do every day, that's being
super
compliant to
idea.
your medicine, we call it. And so even for the children, we've got 50 children we're treating under the age of 10 with cannabis. And so that's the non-psychoactive side. That's CBD. And so when kids don't like to take medicine,
No,
and so
if you have a Coca-Cola or
exactly,
Sprite or whatever,
if you can put it in a beverage format, so much like our brew buds, you put it in a hot chocolate, for instance, they'll do it every day, and they'll be happy to do it.
That's
and
a cool
so,
idea.
It's really cool.
Have you patented that?
Yes, it's patented. Absolutely, yes. Good point. Thank you very much. It's patented, and it's patented in U.S., Canada, North America, Germany, Euro, Australia, and China's coming on as well. So we're
Very
just
good.
getting those patents around the world. So we're pretty excited about that technology, and we think it's going to be very popular.
Okay, but now explain me what's going on with the pets, because
Yes.
I never saw that before.
Yes. So pets have an endocannabinoid system, and so much like humans, they suffer the same indications we suffer, and cannabis can treat those indications as well: pain, anxiety, spasticity, and so aggression. And so when you look at the opportunity to actually treat dogs and cats with cannabinoid therapy, it's just as good as humans. And
Wow,
so it's
fantastic.
a $5 billion market in Canada.
I
$5
believe
billion
that.
in Canada.
Absolutely.
And so there's 16 million companion pets just in Canada. And so the global market has never been more appropriate for another vehicle and another vertical which we're operating in, which is pets. And so we're excited about that.
And to be honest, the owner of the dog, he wants to feel good with recreation, or he needs the treatment.
The whole family's going to feel good.
Exactly. Why he shouldn't treat his dog good.
right.
That's right.
That's right.
And we know people who have dogs and cats, they spend a lot of money for that.
It's out of pocket as well.
Yeah.
So typically everyone's used to paying out of pocket for their pets, and so it's not a shock to anybody, and it's a better form of treatment. So versus the pharmaceutical versions that people are treating their pets with right now. So,
Fantastic.
Yeah.
So let's talk a bit more about the future. As I think, well, you have a large market cap already, but let's say $50 to $100 million revenue is maybe, if you call it with standardized valuation methods, maybe your market cap is a little bit further than your revenues are today, but you must have an exceptional growth rate, right?
Oh, it's incredible right now. So with the advent of recreational right now, we are selling out of everything we have, and so we need more grow capacity. We need more product, and so what we've done is actually we've taken a Bayer crop science methodology, and we're actually creating seeds. We're manufacturing cannabis seeds, and so there's better environments around the world than Canada to grow. And so you look at equatorial regions, and so seeds are far more easily shipped, transported, and then of course they can propagate, cultivate, and then we can buy those crops back at 10 to 15 cents a gram versus the 60 to 70 cents we're producing for right now. So there's a lot of upside to be able to do the seed propagation, which is fun.
Wow, that's fantastic. Great. What is your anticipated growth rate for, let's say, 2019, 2020, 2021 for your revenues?
Right.
Because your market valuation seems to be like a little bit advanced for what you have done this year so far, or what you will do this year. But I mean, you must grow at a really nice rate, right?
Yeah, and so with the advent of recreational right now, we're seeing our revenue growth at least by a factor of two. That's just in Canada. And so as the rest of the world announces cannabis legalization and framework for business there, we're going to go into those markets, and those markets are exponential as well. And so, it's embryonic right now. So the world right now is as small as it will ever be. And you're not necessarily betting on the revenue right now of us or anybody else out there. You're betting on the ability to be able to go and execute the business around the world and take advantage of that $180 billion that's out there right now.
Yeah, let's call it also the future market share.
I'm sorry?
The future market share.
Future market share. Well, like in Canada right now, we're like I said, we're getting 35% of the medical market in Canada, and so we're looking for somewhere in around 20% of the recreational market in Canada, and so we'd like to mirror that around the world as we go and grow, and so the opportunity is there for us to be had.
Super, perfect. Thank you very much. That sounds like a fantastic story. And I like the brew butt and the pet thing.
Yes, that's exciting.
Super. Thank you very much.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah, ladies and gentlemen, that was Brad Rogers, the president of CannTrust, and you heard it. Really fantastic company, growing like
growing like a weed.
Exactly, growing like a weed, very fast and very high margins, but also on a really rapid growth rate here. And what I really like here is the brew butts invention. Patented, by the way, in most countries of the world, let's say important countries of the world, and also that you can treat pets with cannabis products. I mean, that's a super large market, not only in Canada with like 5 billion, you said, but I think worldwide also, as we all know, people who have pets, they love to take care about them. So I would suggest check out the company. Thanks for watching us. Bye-bye from Frankfurt.